All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for. Adam Barker and Max Gunther will have the front row. Harry Volsmir and Giancarlo on the second row. Andrew Lau and Sammy Hendricks will start on the third row. Two new drivers in the field. Rudolph Gunther, Yannick Gunther, the fourth row. Simon Zierk and Cody Kennedy rounding out the top 10. Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel starting in 11th with Adrian Smith in 12th. And the field being rounded out by Ronnie Wimberly. All the drivers taking to the grid. Hey, Cody, good morning, buddy. Good luck. Looks like a few of them making some last-minute fuel adjustments here. As mentioned, Harry was the fastest in practice. He's pretty much been the fastest all morning long. Track temperature now down to 119 degrees, 4 degrees cooler than what they practiced at, and 2 degrees cooler than what they qualified at. Could be a big factor. Just waiting for one or two more drivers to take to the grid. Ronnie Wimberly has not gridded yet. And it looks like two drivers will not make the grid. Sammy Hendricks and Ronnie Wimberly. Adam Barker starts the field rolling. Full pace lap around this 2.75 mile track, 15 turns, a little bit of altitude up and down on this one, but not a huge difference. All the drivers stacked up side by side, ready to go. Two long straightaways on this track. While the Porsches have had the advantage through the turns, those straightaways could be a great equalizer for the Audis, BMWs, and Ferraris. One Audi, one Ferrari, 3 BMWs in the field this morning. Giancarlo, your points leader, starting in 4th. Simon Zierk, second in points, starting back in 9th. Also, as mentioned, a couple new drivers in the field this morning, Andrew Lau and Adrian Smith. Both so far appear to be extremely fast and could be a big factor here. Vroom vroom, indeed, it is just about time. A couple more turns, then they'll come out of that final turn. You notice Giancarlo there at the end of qualifying, headed to pit road. That pit road entrance is going to be tricky this morning. So several drivers in practice try to get down to speed and just completely miss it. Another problem there is if you cut the entrance even a little bit, you'll get a 1 second time penalty, but there is no time to burn it off. Therefore, you get a stop and go penalty. Porsche pace car on pit road through the final turn. And here we go. Adam Barker leads them down. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Hot track out there this morning. They're going to be coming. Sammy Hendricks rolling off pit road now. Adam Barker quickly gets out front of Max Gunther. Harry Volsmir in third. Adam saying he is not going to be in the running for the title this season, but he is out there to get some wins. Expect him to push a little bit harder than usual. Newcomer Andrew Lau in that green Porsche that has teeth on the front. Holding off Rudolph Gunther in 7th. No big, well, I say no big movers. Yannick Gunther already up 3 spots into the top 5. Kevin, yeah, it is a brand new track. Weaving through the chicane, headed toward that final turn in the long front straightaway. One of the 2 long straightaways. This could be where the Audi of Adam Barker opens up a little breathing room. Opened up a little bit of breathing room, but Max Gunther able to close it back up into turn 1. This field kind of split in half as 3 cars off the back. Nicole Kriesel, Adrian Smith, and Sammy Hendricks. Sammy, who started from pit road, starting to make his way forward. Simon Zierk currently in 8th, Cody Kennedy in 9th. Those 2 BMWs. An Audi out front, then 2nd through 7th place, all Porsche. Simon Zierk, Cody Kennedy, 8th and 9th in the BMW. Nicole Kriesel in the Ferrari in 10th. Adrian Smith in 11th in the BMW. And Sammy Hendricks, who started from pit road in the Porsche. Adam's breathing room was very, very brief indeed. Max Gunther already back to his tail. The top 4 opening up a little bit of a gap. Yannick Gunther now into 5th, trying to close it back down. Harry Volsmir, though, just set the fastest lap of the race. And keep an eye on that black Porsche this morning. As we mentioned, he was the fastest in practice. He was the fastest in qualifying until about the last minute when Adam Barker and Max Gunther managed to top his lap time. And if these 2 start battling, it's going to make it very, very easy for Max to get past here this morning. The top 3 have pulled a little bit of a gap on Giancarlo. An unusual situation to see anybody pulling a gap on Giancarlo. Yannick in 5th, having to battle Andrew Lau in 6th. Andrew trying to reclaim that top 5 spot. Wow, Andrew Lau really using the curbing here. And we have seen in the past where that curb can bite the Porsche really bad. And it looks like 2 drivers, Rudolph Gunther and Cody Kennedy, have both had incidents. Rudolph getting down into the turn, just overshoots. And as we mentioned, once that slide starts, these cars, this track, this temperature, extremely, extremely difficult. Cody Kennedy gets through that corner just fine. Looks like he clipped a little too much of the apron and goes off. And now Adrian Smith, the newcomer, has a problem. This morning may come down to who makes the fewest mistakes. Oh, Adrian, hard hit into the wall. Manages to spin it around, though, and keep going. And it looks like something was broke on the car. He has since towed it. You see him testing the handling. He has since towed to pit road. The top 3 still extremely close, within 1 second of each other. Giancarlo about a second behind. Yannick Gunther in 5th, still able to hold off Andrew Lau in 6th. Simon Zierk has gotten by Rudolph Gunther and made his way up into 7th. Simon is starting to close the gap on Lau and Yannick. And here we go again. Lau gets the inside run through the final turn onto the straightaway. Andrew Lau to 5th. Now we get to see just how fast this rookie is, because Giancarlo 4.5 seconds ahead of Andrew Lau. Adrian Smith has completed repairs on his way back off pit road. Sammy Hendricks, meanwhile, who started from pit road, is gaining a little ground, now up into the top 10. Cody Kennedy 3.25 seconds ahead, and Hendricks is running him down. Hendricks could be one to watch in race 2 if he can make up a lot of ground here. He could be a guy to watch for the win in that second endurance race. And not often I have said this, but Giancarlo is losing ground to the leaders as Max Gunther looked for a pass on Adam Barker, wasn't able to complete it. Giancarlo in 4th, although I did hear Giancarlo refer to the Porsche as a rolling death box during practice this morning. Andrew Lau is starting to close the gap just a little bit on the points leader. Cody Kennedy has had another incident. He is on pit road. Oh, Cody just barely clips the grass, but it sends him for a ride. Adrian Smith, after coming off pit road, has another issue. just misses, hits the apex of the turn. Looked like he might have got too much throttle there. What a wild turn of events this morning. This season we have seen the BMWs be extremely strong, but at this track, they are all struggling. The highest running BMW at the moment is the BMW of Simon Zier, currently in 7th place. Mr. Consistency, just doing his thing and picking up spots along the way. Although Rudolf Gunther is going to shoot to the inside. Wow. What a bold move Rudolf makes there to take 7th. Simon now back into 8th place. Adam Barker has led every lap since the drop of the green, but Max Gunther has been haunting that back bumper. He has peeked the nose in a couple of times the last few laps. Sammy Hendricks has had a problem. Sammy was looking extremely fast after starting from pit road. Overshoots the exit of the high-speed left-hander. Not the first time we've seen that happen this morning. And Nicole Kriesel has had a problem. Headed towards that right-hand turn 1. Back in, just stepping out. We are on the 6th lap of this event, and have to say, the driver said 20% was how much tire wear they had after 7 laps. You gotta think that that tire wear is starting to show. Adrian Smith shooting off the track again. Doesn't look like these BMWs just can turn here real well with the track temperature this morning. But you got to give the BMW credit. We have seen the Porsches just completely lose it. Adrian has it a little bit. Wow. Yeah, tire wear is definitely showing on Adrian Smith's BMW. And we've got a battle for the lead. Max Gunther looking to the inside. Now he'll be on the outside into the right-hander. They've allowed Harry Volsmeer to get right to the bumper. This is not good for the top 2. Giancarlo has also closed back up. Andrew Lau is gaining ground in 5th place and has opened up a gap on Yannick Good. And these Porsches are really starting to use those curbs. Oh, holy cow. Simon Zier comes by Nicole Kriesel. These Porsches obviously able to take the curbing really well this morning. The longer the run goes on, the more they're hitting it. Unusual considering the Porsche usually wants to avoid at all costs curbing. It really upsets that rear engine car. Ronnie Wimberly had came off pit road. Looks like he's stopped. We'll take a look and see if he's running now. Ronnie is out on track. Remember, he did not take to the grid. The battle for the lead went from a 2-car battle to a 4-car battle very, very quickly with 5 minutes left to go. Adam Barker, Max Gunther, single file for the moment, trying to open up some breathing room here. Andrew Lau also gaining on the top 4 while they battle it out. If too much of a battle occurs here, he could close that gap quickly. Here goes Max again. Max tried to set up on the outside going through the final turn. Couldn't get there. Can he get the run off the turn down the straightaway? Max tucking right up into Adam's back bumper, getting every advantage in the slipstream. Not quite enough yet at the end of the straightaway. Remember, the Porsche struggle with straight line speed all season long, but has been unbeatable in the tighter corners. However, the Audi, as we heard Adam mention earlier on in pre-race, the Audi definitely has a tire wear advantage here this morning. The long run, holy cow! Adam and Max both go a little wide out of that turn. Andrew Lau still sits in 5th. He gains ground in certain parts of the track, but loses again in the next part. Currently sits about 4¼ seconds off that lead group. Cody Kennedy has had another incident. You got to give it to these guys in the BMWs. It is obviously they are struggling here. Cody not giving up, though. Here we go. Max Gunther looks to the inside through the final turn. Can't get there. Max can... Oh, he's got the inside on the exit. Not enough yet. He's only got a couple laps left to get it done, and you see how hard he is pushing through that final turn. But Harry right on Max's bumper, and Giancarlo is right there. And they keep slowing down, giving Andrew Lau an opportunity to close the gap. Oh, Max goes wide, trying to carry as much momentum as possible. Still within track limits, and he's got the momentum on the outside. Rudolf Gunther and Sammy Hendricks have both had an incident. Sammy looking down to the inside on Rudolf. Rudolf didn't know he was there. Wow. Top 4 continue to battle, and last time by, Andrew Lau gained over half a second on the leaders. Could be seeing the white flag this time. Let's take a look from Adam Barker's car. Barney has the white flag in the air. One more lap to go. Can Max Gunther get it done? And we've got a car coming off pit road in the mix of this. Andrew Lau now just 3 seconds behind the lead pack. Now gaining half a second a lap here on the long run. May not be able to make it to the leaders for this first race, but in that second race, that long run advantage may go to Andrew Lau here this morning. Harry and Giancarlo battling it out for third. Giancarlo crosses over. Harry's wide. Harry holds it even though he got in the dirt. Giancarlo to third. Andrew Lau just 2.5 seconds back. Adam Barker and Max Gunther go at it for the lead. Harry Volsmir has had a problem. That same sweeping left-hander snaps. He can't save it. We have seen that play out so many times this morning. But that did give Andrew Lau a little position and a little ground up to 3 seconds behind that lead pack now. But out of the final turn, it's going to be Max Gunther. Max gets the win. So many battles on that lap. Let's see the pass for the lead. Adam just overshoots exit, just barely opens the door, and Max goes right through it. And not where anybody expected that exchange to happen. Wow. What a finish. Let's see if we can talk to our top three, starting with the points leader, Giancarlo. Hey, Giancarlo, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug.
Hey. All right, first off, your description of the Porsche this morning did not come to fruition this morning.
Yeah, it's I had a lot of small moments there, but thankfully we were still able to survive.
Well, it was definitely not a rolling death box. This morning it seemed to be the BMW that had the biggest issues.
Oh, I didn't see what other issues were going on. It was really intense up there with Max, Harry, and Adam. Really, all up until the last lap, where everything kind of started to pop off. It was a great race.
It definitely was. Obviously, everybody struggling with the track temperature this morning, and with tire wear. They're at the end of the race. How were your tires?
I think I had 68 front left, so I'm kind of terrified of what 40 minutes is going to do.
So what are the odds in this second race that we see some tire changes today?
I think there's potential for it, at least for left side tires, or front side tires. I forget how it works in road racing, which you can switch two of, but I don't know. We'll see. There is a possibility for it.
Well, a great run, obviously, with Simon finishing behind you. Max with the win. He'll close a little bit closer, but you're about 100 points ahead coming into this morning, so a great points day overall.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. We'll try to keep it safe for this one and still get some points out of it.
All right, good luck, buddy. Giancarlo comes home third. Adam Barker, who led every lap but the one that counted most, came home second. Adam, you led every single lap except for the last one.
I know, except for the one that counts.
It was honestly it was great watching you and Max go at it. We've seen you two battle in the past, but Max, it almost seemed like he suckered you because he made the attack on that final turn, in those final couple of turns, every lap until the last lap, and then found a different place to attack.
I was really concentrating getting an exit on every corner, and I just outbroke myself on one and just left him a Porsche-sized gap on the inside, and he took it. So I thought I'd got enough of a gap just to go through the fast sweepers, just nice and safe, and then one of the ones I've done every time perfect, I just went a little bit wide. It was,
well,
I could kick myself, but
yeah, that I have to ask, the tire wear, we talked about it during pre-race. How were your tires? We heard Giancarlo say his were down to like 68%.
Yeah, it was somewhere similar. I felt that the tires were pretty much under control for most of it. It's just once you when you get one slide, it just compounds over and over again. So.
Well, a great race, a great job leading every lap. Obviously coming home second, but a great morning nonetheless, and good luck in race 2.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, second's really good, so really happy.
Adam Barker comes home in second. Max Gunther gets the win. And Max, I have to say, it looked like you were just messing with him. It looked like you were going to attack on the final turn every lap until you finally found that opening at a different point of the track.
Yeah, I think he ran a little bit wide. Yeah, and that gave me a great opening to just overtake him there. It was great. It was great. Yeah, the final lap, the final turn is tricky to overtake. Actually, I broke myself once really bad. But it's a great track. I love it.
It looks like you guys were having fun. It was quite a battle up front, but now you have to come from 7th place and charge up through the field. Can you get back in here and sweep the morning?
I don't know, actually. Harry is really fast in the Porsche. I think he's actually faster than me. And also Giancarlo is really fast. So they all start in front of me, so that's going to be really tricky.
Well, man, a great morning so far. Good luck in race 2, Max, and congrats on the win.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
Max Gunther gets the win in race 1. Just over a minute left to go to race 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. Russell cheering on Adam Barker in the Hello Kitty car this morning. It's time for race number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on to race number 2. The endurance event of the morning. This is going to be fun. Simon Zierk and Yannick Gunther have the front row. Harry Volsmir, Andrew Lau on the second row. Giancarlo, Adam Barker have the third row. Max Gunther and Sammy Hendricks on the fourth row. Rudolph Gunther, Cody Kennedy rounding out your top 10. Nicole Kriesel starting in 11th. Adrian Smith in 12th, Ronnie Wimberly in 13th. The Porsches dominated race number 1, but the BMW starting on the front row in race 2. Cars starting to roll here already. Can Mr. Consistency, starting from the pole, make his way to victory lane? or will another Porsche get up there and get the win? And can Max Gunther get the win and sweep the morning? He swept the morning at Sebring. Giancarlo swept the morning at Imola and Donington. The real question will be, how many drivers stop and take, when they do their fuel stop, how many drivers are going to take tires too this morning? Mark Dantuma cheering on Nicole. That's what she said. Kriesel, the lone Ferrari in the field. Don't forget to tune in tonight. BRR Cup Series is back, followed by 3-wide Gen 4 Cup Series. A lot of cup racing going on tonight. Green flags dropping at 7:30 Eastern. You're not going to want to miss a moment of that. Surprisingly, this little chicane here in race 1 really was not a big deal. Normally, a track with a chicane, we see a lot of issues. This morning, that was not the case. It seemed to be those sweeping turns that were biting everybody. Pace car heads down pit lane. Through the final turn, Simon in control. Here we go. They are back underway. Green flag is in the air. Simon gets a huge jump on Yannick. Opens the door for Harry Volsmeer to be on the inside into turn 1. And Harry's going to clear into second place. Ronnie Wimberly has crashed. Oh, Ronnie Wimberly cuts down across Nicole's nose just a little bit and goes around. Simon in the lead, Yannick back to third, and it looks like Giancarlo and Adam Barker are going to battle it out for fifth. Oh, ho, ho. Those two were inches apart. If they didn't touch, I'd be impressed. Let's see. Trying to see if we have a chopper view of that battle. No, they did not touch, but man, they couldn't have gotten any closer. Simon has the lead for the moment. Harry now up to second. Simon goes a little wide out of the final turn, and Harry's got the run. Can Harry clear before getting to turn 1? The BMW has the advantage on the straightaway. Harry sends it deeper into 1. Harry Volsmeer goes to the lead for the first time this morning. Simon now in second. Yannick Gunther battling with Andrew. Oh, they go around. The second time we have seen these two get together this morning. Andrew Lau now back into 6th. Max Gunther in 5th. Andrew Lau in 7th, rather. Yannick in 6th. Max in 5th, and Rudolph in 8th. Sammy Hendricks was looking fast. He started race 2 from pit road and gained on the field all race long. Currently running in 9th place. Don't count him out, especially on the long. Oh, we've got cars off track. Adam Barker is off track. Max Gunther involved. Adam looks a little wobbly. Gets it gathered up, but comes down the track. Max and Adam both go around, but get the cars corrected, and that's a big, big upset up in the top 10. Harry still has the lead. Simon still in 2nd. Giancarlo in 3rd. Andrew Lau now in 4th. Rudolph Gunther in 5th. Sammy Hendricks now up into 6th. Cody Kennedy battling with Yannick Gunther for 7th. Adam Barker all the way back to 9th with Ronnie Wimberly in 10th. Max Gunther has drifted all the way to 11th. After winning race 1 on the last lap, Max early going here all the way back into 11th. Harry Volsmir so far fastest lap of the morning, last time by. Quick look at the track temperature, as we didn't look at it at the start of this one. Track temperature has dropped to 111 degrees. The drivers knew those temps would be coming down, but it has come down dramatically going into this second race. Race 1, the track temperature 119 degrees, so an 8-degree difference could make a huge difference on tire wear this morning. Simon Zierk in 2nd place is starting to blink a bit. Giancarlo in 3rd, gaining on him, but Simon now 2.7 seconds behind Harry. And Harry just keeps going faster and faster. Giancarlo in 3rd, Andrew Lau in 4th, Rudolph Gunther in 5th. Sammy Hendricks now up into 6th place. Yannick Gunther in 7th, Cody Kennedy 8th, Adam Barker now up to 9th, and Ronnie Wimberly in 10th. Max Gunther in 11th, trying to make up a lot of ground. Max's lead now 3.3 seconds after just 3 laps. Andrew Lau in 4th, trying to gain some ground on Giancarlo. We saw Lau coming on extremely strong the last half of the race 1. As we've got a battle back behind, Sammy Hendricks is going for 5th. Hendricks will be on the outside into turn 1 though. He tries to outbrake Rudolph Gunther. Rudolph outbreaks him through 2. But Rudolph overshoots. Hendricks now to 5th. Great move by Sammy Hendricks, forcing Rudolph to make a mistake here. Yannick Gunther now back in 7th. Cody Kennedy starting to move forward in 8th, but Adam Barker right on his bumper. The BMWs have definitely struggled here this morning. Adam Barker dominated race 1, only to be passed on the last lap, but he had the entire race in clean air. How will the Audi fare in traffic? Cody putting up quite a fight here. Oh, Cody loses the back end and Adam gets around. Track may have cooled down, but not enough. As Harry continues to extend his lead. Simon Zierk in 2nd, now Giancarlo to 3rd. Lau in 4th. Lau continuing to gain on the leaders. Sammy Hendricks flying through this field, now up into 5th place. The 2 rookies into the top 5 here, early going. Rudolph Gunther in 6th, Yannick in 7th. Max starting to make up a little bit of ground, now into the top 10. Ronnie Wimberly has had problems. Just barely clips the sand, and it's enough to send that car around. Great wreck avoidance by Max Gunther on that one. Harry's lead now over 5.5 seconds at the start finish line. Giancarlo got by the BMW of Simon Zierk for 2nd place. Let's see what happened. Drops it down to the inside and outbrakes him into the right-hander. The BMW, again, just seems to be struggling this morning, especially through that section. Mr. Consistency, though, still sitting in 3rd, but Andrew Lau and Sammy Hendricks are closing quickly. Now just 2.8 seconds behind. Lau trying to break the slipstream on Hendricks. And you gotta love that Sammy Hendricks is driving a Jimi Hendrix car. The 2 rookies continue to close the gap. Simon Zierk currently running in 3rd place, starting to blink again while the rookies close in. Team Gunther, Rudolph, and Yannick right behind. Adam Barker now into 8th. Max has gotten by Cody Kennedy into 9th. Max and Adam trying to make their way back toward the front. Seven laps in, and this is where the driver said at this point 20% tire wear in some cases. The tires really start to go away here. We could see a lot of left side tire changes or front tire changes on pit road this time. We have not seen any tire changes all season long. This would be the first time this season. I don't believe we actually saw any tire changes last season either. Also of note, we mentioned it during the first race, those Porsches seem to be handling the curbs here very, very well. Usually the Porsche avoids curbing, but as we just saw with Harry, they are not afraid at all this morning. In fact, as we saw in race 1, the later into the run they got, the more the Porsche used the curb. Lau and Hendricks still trying to close that gap, now down to 1.1 seconds on third place, Simon Zier. Hendricks now looks to the inside on Lau. They were touching. What a gutsy sudden move. Let's take another look. Hendricks just dives it in there. They were leaning on each other's fenders. Both of them come by and still gaining ground on Simon Zierk in third. What a move by Sammy Hendricks. Andrew Lau staying with him. Meanwhile, Harry Volsmeer's lead now 5.4 seconds, but Giancarlo has started gaining a little ground. A little. Couple hundredths of a second here and there. Simon Zierk in third has Sammy Hendricks, Andrew Lau still closing the gap. Rudolph Gunther, Yannick Gunther still staying about 2.5 seconds behind Andrew Lau at the moment. Adam Barker is gaining on Yannick and Rudolph, but 7.5 seconds back from those two drivers. Max Gunther is closing the gap on Adam as well, 4.8 seconds. And meanwhile, Harry is just flying around here. Tire wear is starting to show up in lap times. Last time by, Harry was 1.25 seconds slower than his fastest lap, but here's an interesting note. His last lap was the same pace as Sammy's fastest lap. That tells you how fast Harry is going. Simon Zierk is in trouble. He's got both of the rookies there. Oh, Simon looks like he may have overcooked it. Rudolph Gunther has had a problem back behind. We'll take a look in a minute. Sammy Hendricks tries to make a move, and look at this. Lau looks back to the inside through the final turn. Lau can't get there, and they settle in single file. Let's see what happened with Rudolph. Oh, a little too much speed mid-apex. The back end goes around. Rudolph is headed to pit road. He'll be the first one down. Should be able to go the distance. From here on fuel, will we see the tires changed? Don't see the car lifted up at all. No tires. Sammy Hendricks has gotten by into third, Lau to fourth. Let's take a look at this battle. Simon Zerk just goes wide. The same place we have seen those BMWs go wide all morning long. Andrew Lau now up to fourth, Hendricks in third. They set their sights on Giancarlo and Harry Volsmir, but can they close the gap? Harry Volsmir now has a 5.6 second lead on Giancarlo. Hendricks in third, Lau fourth, Simon Zierk in fifth. Harry took the lead quickly this morning and has not looked back. He is checked out, folks. Sammy Hendricks trying to close the gap on Giancarlo. The gap right now, 6.5 seconds. Hendricks and Lau have been laying down some blisteringly fast laps. But Harry Volsmir still, only two drivers still under the 144 mark. That is Harry Volsmir and Giancarlo. Everybody else has had enough tire wear that they are back up over the 144 mark. Yannick Gunther has had a problem back behind. Oh, Yannick, mid-turn on power, just loses the back end. This track getting so slick. Despite the fact the temperature has come down, Max Gunther is headed to pit road. Does not look like that car is getting tires. Giancarlo managing to hold Harry at 5.5 seconds and still hold Sammy Hendricks at about 6.5 seconds behind. Andrew Lau still with Hendricks. Zierk has lost ground to the two rookies after they passed him. Now 4 seconds behind, but as we've noted, the BMW really struggling. Oh, there you see it. just on power. That car, the back end is all over the place. Part of that due to the heat, part due to the tire wear. These guys 13 laps in. They did 12 laps in race 1, and we're looking at 68% tire left. Adam Barker is on pit road. Adam had made his way back up to 7th after that earlier incident. Let's see if he stopped for tires. He was one of the drivers talking about potentially getting left sides. Does not look like the car is going up for tires though. No, it is not. Fuel only. We may not see any tire changes this morning. That would be a big surprise considering the amount of tire wear these guys are seeing today. Getting left side tires here could be a huge, huge advantage. Hendricks and Lau still sitting 3rd and 4th. Simon continuing to lose ground to the Porsches. Worth noting the top 4, all Porsche. The Porsches are definitely dominating this race. Zierk in 5th has a couple more Porsches closing in. Yannick Gunther, Ronnie Wimberly not far behind. Cody Kennedy, looks like Cody really struggles through the chicane this time. I would expect to at least see the BMWs get left side tires here this morning. Harry continues to hold the lead at 5.5 seconds. Hendricks in 3rd, about 6.25 seconds back from Giancarlo, has started to chip away little by little at certain parts of the track. Andrew Lau sitting back in 4th. He has had a great run this morning. He has been in the fight all morning long. It's going to be fun to watch what these two drivers do the remainder of the season. I would fully expect, Harry Volsmeer is on pit road. I would fully expect these two rookies to be in championship contention next season. Harry hits his pit box. The car does not go up. It'll be a fuel stop only. And Harry is away. Harry had a 5.5 second lead over Giancarlo. Ronnie Wimberly is on pit road. Nicole Kriesel has had a problem back behind. Looks like there might have been a little bit of contact with Hendricks, but she ends up with a hard hit into the inside wall. Cody Kennedy is down. He's getting tires. The first BMW in, 4 fresh tires. And it looks like Wimberly may have gotten tires in the Porsche as well. Sammy Hendricks now on pit. Oh, Sammy, a big problem trying to get the car down. Andrew Lau now to second. Giancarlo in the lead. Now let's see if any of the leaders get tires here. Hendricks hits his pit box. The car does not go up. Fuel only. Cody Kennedy, the only driver so far to have gotten fresh tires. We'll see if he makes up a bunch of ground. Do believe Ronnie Wimberly got at least 2 tires. Time will tell. Yep, Ronnie did get 2 tires. The top 3 have not stopped. In 5th place, Yannick Gunther has not stopped yet. Giancarlo will likely stretch the fuel as far as possible. Max Gunther, Adam Barker had that incident earlier on in the race. Now nose to tail. Hey, Nicole, that was a rough hit. I hope you're okay. Giancarlo heads to pit road. He gives up the lead. Andrew Lau is on pit road. Will either of these drivers take tires? Giancarlo not taking tires. Will Andrew Lau? Nicole's rolling back off pit road. Giancarlo on his way out. Simon Zierk is in. Lau on his way out. Will the other BMW take tires? Doesn't look like it. Simon opting fuel only. And Harry Volsmir goes back to the lead, but his lead is gone. Giancarlo stopped 3 seconds faster than Harry's. He is right to Harry's bumper. Lau now in 3rd, Sammy Hendricks in 4th, Simon Zierk in 5th. Yannick Gunther is on pit road. You can definitely tell Cody got fresh tires. That car is getting around substantially better. The top 2 nose to tail again. Not to mention 3rd and 4th nose to tail again. These 2 have been at it all morning long. The rookies really putting on a show this morning. Simon Zierk managing to hold on to 5th. Adam Barker in 6th. 7 seconds back and closing. But he has to deal with Max Gunther coming by. Whoa, a close call with Nicole Kriesel as she gets rolling again. Giancarlo has taken the lead. Let's take a look at this battle. Looks like they swapped spots a couple of times here. Giancarlo down the hill, carrying a little more momentum. Max tries to set up wide, Harry sets up wide. Giancarlo back on throttle, loses the back end briefly. Harry rather, almost outbreaks him. Now can Giancarlo hold that lead as Harry's still right there with him? And while they battle, Andrew Lau, Sammy Hendricks getting an opportunity to close down a little bit of time, 6.5 seconds behind. Simon Zierk in fifth, the highest running BMW, actually the highest running car that isn't a Porsche. The top 10, in fact, is all Porsche except for 5th place Simon Zierk and 7th place Adam Barker. Porsche is definitely dominating today. Harry in second place after dominating the first half of this race at a 5.5 second lead, but Giancarlo on pit road closed that gap and then passed him on track. Giancarlo blinking could become a problem. Sammy Hendricks still right behind Andrew Lau. These two have been back and forth all morning long. Simon Zierk got some breathing room. Max Gunther, after getting past Adam Barker, has opened up a 2.5 second gap. Rudolph Gunther, Yannick Gunther currently 8th and 9th, nose to tail around the track. Ronnie Wimberly. Something was definitely wrong there with Ronnie Wimberly for a moment. We'll watch Ronnie for just a moment and see. It looked like he was down on power. Harry Volsmere in second, now losing ground to Giancarlo. The first time Harry has struggled here this morning. Andrew Lau in third, starting to close in on Harry. Now 5.3 seconds back. He's gained 1.25 seconds in the last lap, but with 3 minutes left to go, he's not going to get many more laps. In fact, Giancarlo could very well see the white flag this time. Let's see, a little loose, a little squirrely off pit road. Barney not waving the white flag yet, so we should get white flag next time by. Let's see how much Giancarlo is fighting the car here. Doesn't seem to be having to fight with it nearly as much as some of the other drivers do. And you see Giancarlo has beat several drivers off that turn down the downhill straight. Tight right-hander. Giancarlo's blinking, though, could become problematic. Meanwhile, Lau and Hendricks closing quickly. 3.3 seconds behind Volschmier. But I don't know that they're going to have time to catch him. Max Gunther is closing the gap on Simon Zierk as well. Also 3.3 seconds back. Rudolph has pulled away from Yannick Gunther. Yannick had an incident. Oh, Yannick, too much speed off the turn. The back end goes around. This hot track starting to take its toll. Honestly, the biggest surprise so far in this second race, Cody Kennedy, the only driver, or rather Cody Kennedy and Ronnie Wimberly, the only two drivers to take tires, have not made up a ton of ground here this morning. Yannick seems to have the car, seems to have reeled the car back in a little bit. And Giancarlo, the leader, on his final lap. Harry dominated the first half. Giancarlo dominated the second half. Lau and Hendricks less than 2 seconds back. Not enough time. Giancarlo will pull off the win. Harry Volschmier coming home in second. Andrew Lau, the rookie. It's going to be a battle to the line. Wow. Lau comes home in third. And let's talk to our top three, starting with Andrew Lau, the rookie. Hey, Andrew, it's Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Andrew, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, a great finish for first race with the league. You came out here and really put on a show this morning.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a great battle with Sammy towards the end in this feature race. I thought he was going to get me.
I did too. Honestly, you guys were back and forth so much this morning, especially in the second race, that it was quite a show watching you two go at it and still battling and gaining ground the whole time.
Yeah, much props to him. I've never seen anyone send it on the inside of that uphill right-hander before. That really caught me off guard.
That one caught me off guard. That was still an impressive run. You came home in third, and I have to ask, I've been trying to figure out what the paint job is all morning.
It's a dinosaur. It's they run it in WEC, I think. It's a real-life paint. It's a dinosaur.
That is cool. Okay, I see it now. T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
Well, man, a great start to your joining this league. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Hope to see you guys next time, and yeah, let's get it.
All right, bud. Andrew Lau comes home in third. Harry comes home in second. Harry, I really thought you had this one in the bag. That first half, you just kept pulling away the whole time.
Yeah. I was 5 seconds ahead of Giancarlo, and when I came by, he was in my rear. So I had a bad lap, okay, and he said he had a 3 second faster pit stop. So there you go. And then I had no tires to follow.
I did notice you were falling off a little bit there that last 2 laps. Obviously, the tire wear being a huge issue this morning. Still, to dominate here early like you did, pulling away to a 5.5-second lead, that was extremely impressive. Also, an interesting note, before pit stops, you were the only one that had not dropped below 144. You were still running in the 143s.
Oh, I don't know if you say so.
I was watching the lap times, man. You were still flying around here coming into pit road.
Yeah, well, and when I came out, it didn't go so well.
It did not, but it's still an awesome race for you, man.
Yeah, it's second place, so that's nice.
It is, and you're going to have a big points day out of this one as well, man. Congratulations, Harry. Great job this morning.
Thank you.
Harry comes home in second, and Giancarlo gets the win. Giancarlo, honestly, man, I don't know how you did it. I know that Harry had a bad lap, and I know that you had a 3-second faster pit stop. I still don't know how you gained that much.
I'm honestly with you there. I was very surprised when I came out of the pits and saw Harry right in front of me.
You and me both.
I have no explanation.
Still, getting around him was tough enough, but then being able to pull away that last couple of laps. Obviously, Harry said his tires were gone. He couldn't hold with you, but honestly, your lap times were still quite good.
Yeah, I think from the start, I knew it was going to be kind of a long game. And so I was trying to, just keep a consistent pace, but still think about my tires a little bit. And I was definitely feeling them towards the end, going off. But I guess I got kind of fortunate with that aspect of the race.
And looking at it, I mean, Simon finishing 5th, you obviously on a race that nobody knew what was going to happen. The first time any of you guys have been to the track, you come home and extend your points lead here going into the next week.
Yeah, it feels good, but there's still many races to come. There's many opportunities to either do well or die. So we'll continue to take it week by week.
Well, next week is Road America. We know that you can crash and turn 1 on lap 1 and still come back to win it, so I'm not worried about that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really like that track.
Yeah, obviously so. A great job this morning, Giancarlo. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. Have a good one.
Giancarlo pulls off the win here this morning, and what a race it was. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 7:30 Eastern. BRR Cup Series is back, followed by 3Y Gen 4 racing as well. A great evening of racing just a couple hours away. We will see you guys tonight. Have a great day, everybody.